Are
Does it
we
say we're
live
live on your side? Oh, it does.
now?
Yay.
Maybe.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming. Evelyn, thanks for joining me today.
Yes. Well, I wanted to ask you how your classes went. And then I'm so glad you wanted to do a video with me so that we can talk about it. Yes, it says.
We are live. So, yeah, my classes went well. Thanks to Evelyn for letting me practice on her kids first because I realized some things I needed to tweak and fix. And yeah, I had some great feedback from some parents and things I can work on. So that was really helpful too.
Were they 5-star great feedback?
It was feedback from Danny, Rebecca, and Caitlin.
Okay,
so all of our friends. So
yes,
hey,
that's always
Danny.
great.
Yeah,
How did it? You
good.
said that you had a class. Hey, Danny's here. You said that you had a class. One of your first Outschool classes was 5 3-year-olds.
I think it ended up being, let's see, total I had 11 students
in one class,
in 2 classes, and then 1 canceled. So I ended up with 5 and 5. So that was a really good number. Okay. I think total there was 1 3-year-old in one and 4 in the other, or 3 and 2. Yeah, a bunch of little 3-year-olds.
Okay, so I have a confession. I wasn't totally honest with you. Because I was like, oh, you got this. This is great. Yeah, you're going to do fine. You're awesome. While inside internally freaking out for you because I'm like, 5 3-year-olds. I'm like, she's a kindergarten teacher. She's got this, but 5 3-year-olds. Oh my goodness.
They did really good. They did a great job. So I didn't have as much downtime as I did with your kids because with your kids, I was like, okay, what's the next step? What's the next step? And after I had finished with your children, I wrote out my lesson plans better and, fixed everything. So I kind of had to make it my own, but I had to figure out what my own was going to be. It had been, a while since I had 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. So.
Well, yeah, you have a unique perspective because you taught kindergarten for how many years?
8.
8 years. And then you have worked for VIP Kid for
a year. Just hit my year. I was going to do a happy 1 year. I haven't done that yet, but I just hit a year the other day.
You just started Outschool. So it's not like you've never taught little kids before, and it's not like you've never taught online before, but it's sort of like combining them in a way in that, teaching little ones and coming up with your own curriculum, but it's online. So it's kind of like bringing it together.
And yet it's very different too.
Yeah, it's very, yeah. Teaching 5 little ones on a computer is a little bit different than having them in a circle right in front of you, right?
Right. I was a para also before I was a teacher. So while I was getting my degree, I was also a paraprofessional, or we used to call them aides back then. I know they're called paras now. So yeah, I've been working with the little ones. I didn't know I wanted to be a teacher until after I was a para and my husband was getting out of the military, and they said, well, you can no longer be a para, but you can be a substitute, or you can go get your degree and become a teacher for us. So I worked as a substitute while finishing my degree. And that's how I didn't realize I wanted to be a teacher, but I cried when they said I could no longer work with the kids. And that's when I realized, oh, I guess I love this job more than I realized.
Yes. Yeah. I think I could never be like a classroom teacher with 30 kids.
It's different than having your own.
I enjoyed, when I worked in elementary school, I enjoyed working as an ELL aide, so I could assist the teacher. Like maybe the teacher would step out and I could, instruct the classroom for a few minutes, but for the most part, I taught little workshops or worked one-on-one with kids. Yeah. I really like being able to work with kids one-on-one. And so it's interesting. I also never thought I would homeschool, and come 2020, hello,
right?
I have homeschooling. So I'm figuring that out. And it's interesting because I never really saw myself as a teacher, but I actually really love it. So
yeah. One of the fun things I like, which you can't do online Outschool, so this is a little bit off topic, but I like doing small groups, small centers. So a lot of my teaching, like, oh, time for math. Let's get into your centers. Here's your center for the day. Or, I'd have a big wheel, and every day they went to a different center. So
The funny thing
thanks
about
to
centers is I was talking to a friend of mine who she was a nanny, and she sort of homeschooled the kids that she nannied, and she was telling me about centers, and I remembered it's funny, I've kind of set up different centers in my home without calling them centers, because I made a puppet stage and
Yeah.
you know, the gardening center and the, you know, the play area and the kiddie pool and the dollhouse, and we've got like, you know, we do like and I, when she said that, it made me realize, okay, I actually wrote out a plan for this year, like 5 days of the week. So like one day we can like play with Play-Doh, the next day we can play with bubbles, the next day we can paint or whatever, as like kind of an extra fun activity to do. So I kind of have my own small group of kids that are my children.
I love that.
Yeah.
Love it. Good.
Also, I just wrote my first ever meal plan for the week. So 2020 has been a time of adulting for me.
Right.
So I've never written like a meal plan of like we're gonna have tacos on Tuesdays and we're gonna have pizza on Fridays, and
I love tacos. They make me happy.
well, I decided I'm gonna make like taco salad on Tuesdays. So it's kind of cool because if you plan your week ahead of time, then you can grocery shop for it.
I started trying to make like a teacher like healthy section in my YouTube because I had Heather come on. We're gonna do some yoga and some meal preps and plans because man, I've been sitting on my butt way too much between teaching VIP Kid and now going to Outschool. It's like 6 hours a day on my butt. Never mind sitting here doing YouTube every day. So
I wanted to say hi to Laura and hi to Danny. And Danny told me that meal planning is great. Good job. So yeah, I've been, man, 2020 has turned me into an adult.
Yeah. Let me know if anybody wants some ideas. I have some that I've saved over the years. I used to actually do some of that to help people, and I haven't in a while.
So awesome.
But just some ideas and some favorite recipe type things. Yeah, I'm glad you're checking the chat because I haven't even looked in there yet. Hey, Rachel, good morning. Great job. It's awesome seeing everybody this morning. A little bit different time today. So I don't know if I'm throwing some of you off, but I'm really glad we're going early today because I have to go food shopping and I like to go early before it gets too busy.
Before there's too many people.
Yeah.
Who knew 2020 would be so insane that we would be like, I need to go to the grocery store when there's nobody there.
Right. So tell me about your first Outschool class.
Okay. So my first ever Outschool class, well, sort of like you, I had my first two kind of together-ish. They one day after the other. So I kind of planned them together. So my friend who I know her from Texas, and she was actually my VIP Kid recruit. Like I recruited her over a year ago. So she's been teaching for VIP Kid for a long time. She told me like, when you get your Outschool Spanish classes going, let me know so I can tell some people about it. I didn't realize she was going to sign her own daughter up. So she signed her daughter up.
Aww.
So the first class I taught was just her daughter and I, which her husband is from Venezuela and she was a missionary to Venezuela. So her kids, they hear Spanish, but they're like my kids in that they hear Spanish, they might speak a little bit, but they don't practice talking it that much, speaking that much. So that's something I'm going to work on more with my kids this year too. So anyway, I was able to get her to practice some of her Spanish and teach her a few new words, teaching, she's an 8-year-old girl, and we were talking about fruit in Spanish, and I tried to, every sentence I said in English also say it in Spanish, and every sentence I said in Spanish also say it in English, because kids that listen to Spanish a lot, there are gaps in knowledge in that they don't necessarily know all the words, you know. Yeah. So yeah. And then the next day I got to teach Danny's son and Kelly's son and Cindy's son and my friend signed up her daughter. She liked it the first day. She signed her up for the next day too.
Oh,
So I
good.
was teaching like a 13-year-old, two 12-year-olds, and an 8-year-old. But the 8-year-old had a little bit more experience with Spanish. So
Okay.
it was a neat dynamic, and we had a lot of fun. We were talking about farm animals, and I decided to give them gold trophies as a prize. Because when I taught just Samantha, I let her pick, and she got pandas. And then when I had 4 kids, I just gave them. I wrote their names on a board, and I gave them like a gold trophy each. And so we like learned the words, and then we played a review game, and just everybody ended up with same points at the end because I have no competitive bone in my body. So.
I'm so bad. I was a long-term PE teacher, and I would still try to outplay the 6th graders. Did I ever tell you about the Spanish teacher that would come to our classrooms?
No, tell me.
She would act like she had no idea any English, and her name was Senora Posey. And she would come in with all the kindergartners, and they would ask her questions, and she's like, you know, and by the end, I mean, she had the whole year with them. So by the end, she had those kids knowing all the calendars. It was so cute. But it was a little different in that she would bring her cart in the classroom, and she had all year with them, but she was awesome too. It was fun.
That's awesome. And kindergartners can absorb language much better than like a 6th grader could.
Yeah. So on base, they had to learn whatever host country we were in and Spanish.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, hey, Giselle is here. Thanks for coming. Giselle said, thank you, Evelyn Joy, for the link to get the free mic. I received it, but haven't used it yet. Ready to go for YouTube. I drink apple cider vinegar with my mother, not my family. Oh, yeah. Apple cider vinegar is supposed to be really good for you.
Losing weight.
What's that?
Good for you for losing weight. Is
that
what it's for?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't choke.
You want to read, like, don't drink it straight. At least I don't think so.
I worked with when I worked at a Christian daycare. Mm-hmm. All the coworkers, they would like put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in like some flavored water or something, and they would drink that every day. And they were trying to lose weight and stuff, and they would count their steps and everything. So me trying to fit in, I tried it, and I could not. I'm like, I can't stomach apple cider vinegar. So more power to you if you can.
It burns my stomach. Apple juice does too. I can't. She said, yeah, I'm Puerto Rican and have taught 3 classes in Spanish. I need to get to the rest of my classes done. When I taught my first class, I was so tempted to give diamonds. You
can give any prize you want to.
I didn't give any prizes. I was so nervous.
No, you don't have to give prizes. The more kids you have, the harder it is. So I taught those same 4 kids again. I taught Kelly's son individually, and then someone I don't know signed up.
Oh, good.
And I taught him, and then I taught I taught Danny's son just on Zoom one time because she's taught my kids just on Zoom.
Yeah.
And then I taught Danny's son and my friend's daughter Samantha and Evan, which is Kelly's son, all in another class. I taught them again. I just gave them like stars, I think. And
good. I was just reading. Danny said, "Can't believe you had 5 and 5 in your first classes." Yeah, I felt really thankful for that. 1 filled up and then somebody didn't show. That was kind of crazy. And it was 6 minutes before the class started that 2 came in, and I had a PowerPoint with their names. So I had to hurry up and go and fix it. I was so nervous. Let's see. Laura said, I was wondering if any of you would be interested in letting me teach your children for my first lesson with Outschool. I'm fixing up my class. Oh, that's Danny. Laura, what is your class going to be? She might say it down below, and I haven't seen it yet.
Laura, how old is it for?
Trying to get my Hawaii summer class booked next week. Oh, Danny, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Let's see, Laura. Thank you, Danny. It is geared for about 5 to 8 years old. I am still planning a little and practicing on Zoom. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, let us know what it's going to be about. I don't have kids that age though. Mine are 21 and 19. I don't know how that happened, but sheesh.
I grew up. You
Yeah.
blinked. You must have blinked.
I know, it's crazy. Laura said she's not competitive at all. I think I frustrate people. I frustrate people too.
I
I'm opposite.
frustrated. When I was a camp counselor, when we were camp counselors, we also had to be coaches. And so there would be 2 coaches for every team, and one coach coached in the morning, and the other coach coached in the afternoon. And they were keeping track of how many games that our students were winning. But I was always the kid that was bullied for not like playing well or whatever. So I would refer to the kids that are, that always have the ball, that are always running, as the pink cheeked kids. So I'm like, if you see someone that has if you have pink cheeks because you're running around, you always have the ball, you need to pass to somebody that doesn't have pink cheeks, because we need to. So I was more like, everybody needs to play. And if you knock somebody down, you help that person up, and you need to be kind and stuff. So I wasn't as much like, you have to win or anything.
Right.
And so we had a whole lot of fun, and we sure didn't win. And I think the other coach was a little bit annoyed with me, but we sure had a lot of laughs and a lot of fun. It depends
on the age group and the reason behind it. Do you know what I mean? Like, a camp where it's mixed, I think, is very different than a high school game or a college game. I mean, you are there. Not everybody gets a trophy in high school, and people make the team for different reasons. So, I think it's different.
Those kids were like 8 to 10 years old.
Yeah.
And it was Christian camp, but they also did sports. So they didn't necessarily come to camp wanting to do sports. Whenever I went to camp, they had arts and crafts the same time as sports time. So guess how many times I ever went to sports? 0.
Right.
I went to camp. I never did sports. I always did art.
Jenny said she loves your Spanish class.
Oh, good.
So fun and so much learning. Giselle said no friends have taken my class yet, or family. My sister's like, meh, we are Puerto Rican and can teach Spanish. With the mother, it helps my son. Oh, I think she's saying with the drink, the apple cider, that helps her sinuses, maybe. Oh, yeah. Danny said she's competitive as heck, but only in sports. Oh yeah, don't shoot it straight, it burns. Yeah, I agree. Danny said, I love Outschool. I love y'all teaching my kiddos. Rachel said, I have been accepted by Outschool, but have not attempted to teach a class yet. Busy and baby world and YouTube. Thanks for sharing your experiences, though. I should submit something soon. Yeah, Rachel, let me know if you have questions. I've been taking the trainings, too. And one thing I learned yesterday, and it was asked in one of my groups today, is why is it taking some people so long to get some classes approved and some are getting quicker? And one thing I learned yesterday or the day before was that if you are teaching like a core class or something, they don't want just any teacher checking on that class description and stuff. They want someone that knows what they're talking about to check it. Does that make sense? So it doesn't necessarily not anyone can take that one to look it over, as far as I understood it yesterday. So if a lot of people have this subject, maybe that person or that group of people are busy. And they have people all over the world checking them, they said.
I wanted to say, kind of like what Danny was saying. I'm really thankful for Outschool. I'm really thankful that this whole situation with Outschool is kind of happening the same time as the whole world's kind of homeschooling right now.
Yeah.
At least in my district, and I'm sure a lot of other places. In the district where I live, even if I wanted to send my kids to public school, they're just doing it distance learning this year, like at least the first semester. So, and the superintendent moved to a different state. So apparently he didn't help us figure that out. So anyway,
but yeah, a bunch of my friends are going back. They're all in class right now, and some of them are very worried.
Yeah.
I was reading on Facebook, I think today is their first day or maybe Monday, but they're starting regular school.
Yeah, I feel so blessed that I get to work from home and I can homeschool,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people that like depend on public school in order to have childcare so they can go to work. And
Hmm.
then there's also, teachers that have, are immunocompromised and stuff. And so it's
Yeah.
scary all around. So I just feel super blessed to be in the position that I can homeschool and that I can work from home.
Yeah.
So,
The
and
teacher I'm thinking of is, she's got already some health issues, so I worry about her too. Um,
I wanted to say
Laura,
super thankful for Outschool, because I'm kind of, for homeschooling, I'm kind of taking the approach of it takes a village to raise a child. So
yes.
I'm like, I decided to hire my friend who does piano lessons. I decided to sign my daughter up for piano lessons on Fridays, so it gives me an excuse to see my friend.
Yeah,
And
and music class, check.
count it as music class. And Esther, it's fun because everything she learns, she teaches it to Deborah. So
Aw.
maybe next year Deborah will start piano lessons and she'll already know some stuff, and I'm kind of learning along with them. And
Hmm.
then my mother-in-law, we see her on Saturdays, so I asked her, on Saturdays, can you read a book in Spanish with Esther, or teach her a few new words each Saturday, so that way I can count it as Spanish class.
Yeah.
And then without school, different classes, like they took a PE class or a science class or a social studies class or
Hmm.
I can count different things. So, and then I've got like workbooks and stuff. So I'm going the village approach for
Yeah.
homeschooling my kids. I don't want to be their only teacher, but I also, am figuring everything out. So anyway.
I don't know if I told you, I taught STEM, the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics for after school club.
Okay.
So I'm thinking those would be fun classes, but I don't know what age group yet, because I'm telling you, using the recycled materials to make jump ropes one day with all those kindergartners, it was really hard to walk around and help everybody. So I think I'd have to go for older kids to make the jump ropes. But
Wow, that's so cool.
yes, it was so much fun, but it was a lot of work for 5-year-olds. So I'm trying to decide the age groups.
Yesterday, my kids took a painting class. It was supposed to be a rock painting class, but we didn't have rocks. We painted blocks. Oh man. I
The
know.
mess.
Yes, Joshy especially kept getting paint like all over his hands and touching everything. And then he wants to come over and wipe it on my arm. I'm like, no, thank you. Like, that's what the paper towels are for. I washed his hands like 2 different times. And then after I had washed his hands, he somehow had paint all over his face. I don't know.
So cute.
But it's nice when somebody has an Outschool class, because I don't have to come up with all of the creative ideas of things to do with them. And I
Yeah.
also don't have to be over them like, this is how you do it or whatever. And it's nice because we're listening to teacher Mindy patiently read a story about painting while I'm helping my kids not destroy the house with the paint. So
Mindy sounds so relaxing and chilled anyway. I can
yeah.
just hear her reading the story. Laura said, Idea Tree with Me. That's the name of her class. Oh, that sounds awesome.
What's it called?
Idea a Tree with Me. So maybe it's all about trees.
Awesome.
Giselle at Rachel. Okay, I'm not going to read that one because it's at Rachel, at Laura. Danny, count me in. I know that sounds right up Danny's alley, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, the governor of Florida is like the president. Yeah. I don't like politics. Let's see.
Oh, it's
So
not.
it's not all on you. Yeah. So having Outschool and all friends and everything, it's not all on you. Yeah.
Yes. And if you're watching it and you don't know already, Kelly created a group on
Oh,
Facebook
yeah.
that's called Outschool Free and Discounted Classes.
That's right.
So
I couldn't remember.
I shared this link on that group.
Oh.
It's an opportunity to both get some students if you're brand new, and also, if you have kids, sign them up and not have to spend as much, so yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
you
haven't
can
quite.
also do an exchange, like if you have kids, like, teach a free class to someone else's kid, and they, swap classes. That
Oh,
way you
that's
can give each
great.
other 5 stars and feedback and stuff, right?
Yeah, I haven't quite figured out all that stuff. I read like if you sign up and then I can give you this, fix it later. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need to ask my friends about this one. So
Oh, I can answer that question. So what you do, I didn't know this before either. What you do is you go ahead and pay for the class. Then they can either refund all of it or refund half of it or whatever you discuss. So like say I pay $10 for a class, and Kelly refunds me $5, so then it's like a $5 class. But my husband was saying, "Oh, you keep paying $10, $5 for classes." And I was like, "Look at the account. I also have been getting money back, So like, yeah, I paid for it, but they also refunded half or whatever,
Right.
So, yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yes.
Giselle, so you're not teaching at Kasie? I haven't found you. I've taught 2 classes. I taught them, when did I teach them? Tuesday. Tuesday. I taught my first 2 Tuesday, and I have 3 raving reviews from really good friends. My husband said, wow, those are some really good sales pitches there. I was like, oh, thank you, friends.
That's another thing. Yeah. So anytime I take a class with any of my friends, I always give them 5 stars, and always, I'm honest about all the good stuff. And then if they have like an audio issue, or if I have a suggestion, I'll tell them on Facebook Messenger or email or something. I don't tell them through Outschool any negative criticism, because I want Outschool to see like, oh, this is a really good teacher. But then I can talk to my friend to friend, like, we weren't able to hear your music very well. Is there a way of making it louder or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot to end sharing my screen at one point. I remember that. And then in the first class, my music like ended shorter than I planned on. So I was like, okay, next. So
the good thing is 3-year-olds don't know what your plan was. So
right.
Their teachers.
Complete control. What curriculum do you use for homeschooling, Evelyn?
It's called Mama's Cheap. No, just kidding. So I asked on Facebook, what curriculum do you guys suggest? And a bunch of people suggested a bunch of really expensive stuff. Mm-hmm. So I instead got workbooks from Walmart and Dollar Tree, and we're doing Outschool classes, and a friend of mine's mom is gonna give me some hand-me-down stuff. So I've been buying like on Facebook Marketplace. I've been buying like lots of easy reader books and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of,
I have like
creating my
full
own
stuff, right?
Well, you didn't offer any, so
I sent you stuff. I sent you the kindergarten stuff. Remember?
What?
I've sent you the kindergarten.
Oh yeah, the gardening.
I have tons of stuff.
Yeah.
You just have to let me know what you need. I just thought I don't know how homeschooling works. I've never done homeschooling, so I don't know if like how all that works. I knew you were looking for stuff. I just assumed you had it. But
yeah, I'm figuring things out. I'm kind of focusing on reading, writing, and math for the main thing, and then just kind of like doing science experiments here or there, doing Spanish and piano, and just I'm flying by the seat of my pants and making things up as I go. And every time we do educational stuff, I write it in the planner.
You know what I could do? I could send you my like calendar that says like at this time of year, I'll have to find it though, so remind me. But
the other thing is Esther is the age to be starting kindergarten, but she's smart enough to be starting first grade. So I decided to kind of do kindergarten and first grade in one year, kind of like I'm taking kindergarten materials and first grade materials, and kind of like she's going to be learning to tell time and learning to count money, which are first grade stuff. But also like in kindergarten, you're supposed to learn 100 sight words, and she doesn't necessarily know 100 sight words. So we're going to work on that, so we're kind of doing both.
I've got lots of sight word stuff. Lots of, oh, you would like it because they color it, they write it. Okay, just get with me.
That's the stuff I need to do more of, because she's smart enough to do it, and so I just need to work on it with her work
in fun, creative ways. I think, like I've said it before, kindergarten is a bag of tricks. Like, learning the word "the" is going to be different for all of the kids. It's just whatever trick works for your kid. And I think Esther seems like she likes arts and crafts, and I think that kind of fun color cutting type thing. I have a whole set of sight word things that you put in a notebook. So they cut out like a house and they open the flaps and it says "the," and then on the next page it might be a star puzzle or something with the new word they're learning. So just little fun creative things on there.
Cassie, I wish you were my next door neighbor. I say that to Danny all the time. I wish you were my next door neighbor so you could show me,
You guys just have to let me know, seriously. Like Danny was saying, she had a thing on bees, and I'm like, wait, I love bees. I have, this little curriculum set on, this one's on plants, but I'm like, wait, you can use this in your PowerPoint, and here's some ideas.
Yeah.
I love stuff. You just have to let me know.
Okay.
I'm rambling.
Yes, I have no idea what I'm doing with homeschool. I mean, I do know, but I don't. It's kind of like I'm figuring everything out as I go along.
Yeah. I'm really excited to start a new, I'm going to have 3. I don't know if it's going to be ongoing or how I'm going to split them up, but I'm certified in handwriting for little kids. So I was asked to do a preschool handwriting, and I'm used to kindergarten handwriting. So I'm just trying to figure that out, and sentence school, where they learn to build the sentences. So I'm excited for those. I just don't know how to do those yet.
When you were teaching Esther, you sang a little song that said you start the letter at the top, and it made me think, for every letter we write, do we start at the top? I guess we do. I didn't even think of that.
Except like, all right, I'm gonna show you my little cheat sheet, okay? So like A starts at the top, all of the letters start at the top.
Because when maybe I write it wrong. When I write a capital A, I just start at the bottom.
It's a big line down, little line.
Oh, well, I write A wrong.
Well, I mean, it depends on which curriculum, but most of them start at the top now. And if you start all your letters pretty much at the top,
like N, it start at the bottom.
No.
No. You're supposed to
because so really N, we say big line down, frog jump, and then big line, big line.
Oh.
And a lot of those papers you'll see have a line with a little dot on the very top line. That's so the kids start on that dot.
Oh, yes. I think I knew that about the dot.
Yeah. I mean, and there's like, I took a class on gripping, how to grip the pencils and how to pick them up. And so there's a lot to it, but I'm just trying to decide how to go about it.
Esther grips the pencil correctly most of the time, but occasionally I see her holding it wrong, and I'm like, what do it? Let's yeah.
Yeah.
That's how a little trick wants to do it, so I show her. What's
a little trick you can do? I don't have my little pencil. Normally you want to use little pencils, little crayons, like golf ball or golf club pencils. The little short ones work really well. I've got a bunch. But when they're holding the tripod and they end up doing this stuff, you want to stick something small, like a little marble, in their fingers, and then they can grip.
Oh.
And then they keep these tucked.
Wow.
I have a song about it, Evelyn.
Sure you do. Teachers have all the tricks.
A pom-pom. I mean, I bought this kit for hundreds of dollars, so I'd love to use it. But anything you can stick in there that's not too big for their little hands. Like ours, I could use this ball and be fine. But for them, obviously, it's too big.
Yeah.
So, just a cute little trick.
I'm a little bit thinking like, I'm going to be teaching her to count money, and then coins might become obsolete. And I'm going to be teaching her how to tell time on an analog clock, while in the public schools, they're getting rid of all of their analog clocks because the kids don't know how to read them.
Like cursive. My kids didn't learn cursive, and now it's like adulting, they need some cursive. So yeah, things change. It's kind of interesting, but some of it's coming back around. Like in kindergarten, we used to teach 5 senses, and in the last couple of years, we didn't teach it anymore. So, or I still taught it. Don't get me wrong. I still think it's. Let's see. Giselle said, "You have the pout pout fish. Cute. Nice that Macmillan gave you the stuffed fish and friends." Oh no, I bought all of those. They gave me permission to read their materials and to use them on Outschool, but they definitely didn't give me any of the books or the.
Did you get them from Kohl's, you said?
Yeah, Kohl's Cares for Kids. Let's see, the octopus still has his thing. I absolutely love this, guys. See, for Kohl's. Kohl's Cares, and the money gets donated towards things. And it's $5 for a plush, or it used to be, and $5 for the books. And they've always been like these bigger books back here. And the cool thing is, for Christmas, I would give my nieces and nephews like a plush and a book. Yeah. And then for my students, they would go on sale for like $2.50 or $3. So I would buy a class set of the books, not the plush, but the books, and give all of my students a book.
That is so special. What a special teacher.
One year was like Go Dog Go, or, you know, all of those. So yeah, it was fun.
And how cool is it to get a Christmas gift from your teacher? You know, I don't think any of my teachers ever gave me a gift.
Really? I don't remember.
That's really nice. Super special.
Giselle said she found me. Oh, fun. What's that? Awesome. You have a picture from a learner. I have good reviews. Oh, yeah, that's Rebecca's daughter, Esther. She put a picture of her taking my class.
Oh, there. Good. Okay, so I have a question, Kasie.
Yeah, please.
Where do you click to see your reviews?
I have no idea. I got it in an email. I was going to ask you the same thing.
Okay.
Danny.
So the funny thing is, and I think Kelly knows too, because Kelly said that the reviews are one of the first things you see when you look at the teacher profile, but you see the average of the stars, but I haven't been able to see like the list of all the reviews. But I know from what people have said that you can see other teachers' reviews and what they said and stuff. I haven't taken any Outschool workshops yet. So
I've been taking them.
You take them and you tell me your notes.
My next video, and this is a video for Evelyn Joy.
Yes, I'm more likely to watch YouTube videos and find out information than to take a workshop.
Yeah.
So
I think I need to start watching more videos on the elliptical like Kelly's doing. Shout out to Kelly for that elliptical. I almost jumped on it yesterday, but I realized I had moved it to the corner and I was like, I'm not moving it back yet. Giselle said, go under your profile and scroll below. The only thing I saw was my own messages to the kids.
Like I see like the average number of the stars.
Should we look?
I'll literally do it on my phone right now.
I was gonna say I'll share my screen. You guys tell me.
Yeah, share your screen. Do that.
Okay. My desk is such a mess. I don't even have room for my mouse.
My desk is I can't call this clean, but it's cleaner than sometimes. Let's
select. See. Where's my Outschool?
No, profile and settings. Scrolling all the way down, and nope. Maybe that's not the right button.
I see my VIP kid teacher. Oh, dashboard. Here's Outschool. Okay, sharing my screen. Oh, I have followers. Do you know who your followers are? Can you see them?
Click on it.
I can't.
Well, then no. I have 17 followers, so I think I'm winning.
Yeah, I didn't do any upcoming classes because I wasn't sure how I was going to do the first time.
Oh, wow. My lifetime earnings is $80. I'm rich.
Cool. Yeah. And I earned my first $2 on YouTube.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks.
You're earning some more right now because I watched your ad before the live video right now.
Oh, thanks. So, I don't know how all that works yet. And I have to talk to Danny because I think I just put ads on everything and I don't know how to fix it. She said, laugh out loud, Evelyn. Giselle said, I'm one of yours. Danny said she's winning.
I don't know how to check.
Teacher Luann is here. Hey.
So what button, everybody tell her, what button should she
Yeah.
click on to see? Because I'm looking at the same screen over here, mobile style. Where should she look to see?
Yeah, how do I find my reviews?
Oh, maybe at the top, click on profile. Click where it says profile.
That always takes me to my parent profile,
You
right?
said go to profile and scroll all the way down.
Oh.
I don't know.
No, I don't see them. Wait, now you're going to see stuff about me. I don't like that.
Oh, sorry. That's all of your public stuff, right? Or no?
Oh, thank you, Danny. I kind of saw that.
Sorry.
Go to the profile.
That's what I'm talking about. The profile tab or the dashboard?
Maybe up top. Yep, she said profile. Didn't I just go there, though?
She doesn't want to show us her information.
Well,
now I'm paying attention to it.
I just don't want.
Welcome to my classroom. My name is Kasie.
Are you? Well, that stuff you guys will see, but I saw my phone number down there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Well, publish it on YouTube so everybody can call you.
No.
Just kidding.
That's funny. Let's see. Okay.
Oops.
Latest conversations.
At least I'm not the only one that doesn't know how to view the reviews.
Hey, I've only been here for a couple of days.
I
hope this is okay me asking. I have been reviewing girl Amazon toys with my kids. They send money reimbursement to PayPal. Oh, I've heard about that, Rachel. Interesting. Huh. Giselle said the tab.
The tab that says profile.
Yeah.
Okay, so Giselle, tell us, after we click the tab that says profile, then what do we click? Preview. Oh, preview at the top, the blue word that says preview. Yeah, click on that.
Okay, but if I...
Okay, so this is what people on the outside see. So scroll down to the bottom.
Oh, gotcha.
Scroll down here, maybe. Okay, look, you've got some reviews.
Yay!
Oh, and it has the cute little picture of little Esther. Ooh.
Yeah, so sweet.
Okay, well, now I want to do that on mine. Let me click over. Because I went back to our YouTube comments. I left mine. Okay, so profile.
Thank you, Danny. That's why I didn't want my information going up there.
Scroll down to the bottom. Well, still, oh, okay. See more reviews. You can click see more reviews. Okay. Aww. Cindy
put a show more. I see it.
Cindy put a picture of her son, Evan.
Oh, yeah.
That's so nice.
Well, thanks for helping us in the chat, guys.
The perspective. So, yeah. Oh, look. Danny put a picture of her son taking my class. Aww.
Oh, that's all you did.
It's cool because you get to see your students, like, taking your class. It's cool because my online friends, now I'm getting to know their kids, and their kids are near and dear to my heart, too.
Aww. That's so cute.
Like we're all family.
Aww. Oh, I was just looking you showing the picture again.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit
the delay.
Well, thank you guys for showing us how to do that. What other tricks? What tricks? Tell us all the things you've learned from workshops that I haven't taken. What did they tell you?
Tell us notebook
information.
Girl, I have to write everything down. You know I can't remember it from 1 minute to the other.
So this is me, Evelyn Joy.
Oh, cute.
I'm an enthusiastic, fun, bilingual teacher. Ooh.
I don't even. I probably need to fix
6
mine.
completed classes and 11 reviews.
How many? Oh.
6 completed classes and 11 reviews.
That's what I learned. One of the teachers yesterday said that she had like a new teacher that was doing those ongoing classes, and that's all she had done, except I think, when she first got started. And then she found out that it doesn't count as completed classes. So when the parents are looking at your reviews and stuff, you don't have all those completed classes until that one ends and it counts as one. And the learners number doesn't count. So when you finish a one-time class, that many learners gets added, you know what I mean? And reviews. So you have a better chance of building up students and followers, kind of, if you will, that way with the one-time classes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to let me know if I'm really loud because my ear is blocked on this side, so I can't tell. I like how it
They'll
shows.
have to post in the chat box because I hear you just fine. And
What's
so
that?
I don't know if I'm, they'll have to tell you in the chat box if one of us is louder than the other because I hear you just fine. I forgot to use my little microphone. I'm just using my
I never got that one.
regular thing.
I should have. I got a different one.
You still can.
A
if
pop
you go
something.
to Howard D. Wise, but you can't use it for teaching because you can't hear with it.
Right.
Oh, actually, I couldn't use it for talking to you because I wouldn't be able to hear you.
I remember you saying that you couldn't use it for Zoom last time. Let's see. I like how it shows your upcoming classes and then by request. Below that for classes you haven't scheduled. Oh, good. Luann didn't know this info either. Per a class I took. They can't review an ongoing class until halfway through. Okay. Oh. Stephanie, hi, I'm late to the party. Hey, Stephanie, glad to have you.
Welcome to the party.
Danny said, I'm taking Rebecca's ongoing class and can't review her yet. Giselle, it's against Outschool policy.
What is against
Outschool policy?
Did we do something against the policy?
I don't think so. To review the class? No. I know you have to take a one-time class first, but then you can do as many ongoing as you want. Yeah, Giselle, let us know. Danny said y'all, I can't say y'all, that's hard. Y'all are both fine volume.
Oh, good.
She said she needs a wireless mic for PE. Yeah, fun. I was a long-term PE teacher. That was so much fun. That was the best, like, stretched out I had been because I stretched with all 6 classes that came to me every single day. And now it's been years and I'm terrible. Let's see. Rachel said it's nice to know that when I submit a class, I can let you all know. Yeah.
Yes.
Giselle said no.
No about what?
I don't know.
Know that we didn't do anything bad on Outschool policy. Yeah, because she said it's against Outschool policy. But what is against Outschool policy?
Yeah.
That's the issue with the chat boxes. Sometimes we're seeing it like it's a response to something we said like 5 minutes ago, and we're already on to new topics.
And that's how I ended up switching the interviews, remember? Because the questions would come up in the box and then I would forget why, like from what we had said. So that's why I checked the box more often. I used to just check it at the end, but it wasn't working. Luann said, I have a class today and I'm very nervous. Last time the students could not enter the room and there was no way to allow them into the classroom. I could hear the bell. Any ideas?
Oh, it's supposed to be a little pop-up square and you click on it and you accept them in.
It says admit, right?
Admit or add or something like that.
Yeah. The recording.
What I didn't know is the gallery button in the top right corner. If you want to make all of the kids the same size, you click the gallery view button.
Yeah.
So you can see
it. She said the recording showed she was there. Well, at least that's good that you can. You wanted to know more info of what we know. So. I always like to know more info.
Maybe she's joking. I don't know.
I don't know. You can call me Curious George. I'm always asking questions. My response is above to Luann's. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. All right. Evelyn, I know you have a class coming up soon.
Yes, at 9 o'clock, my Esther is taking an Outschool class with Danny. So I have to like feed my kids and stuff, you know.
Yeah, all that stuff. I need to go feed myself.
Help them get dressed for the day and things.
Well, thanks for coming on, Evelyn, and thanks for making the thumbnail for me today.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever would have gotten stuff done.
I like that one.
What's that?
That's a good thumbnail. I like that one.
Yeah, it was fun.
Shout out my channel.
Yes, so Evelyn's channel is linked below and her Outschool referral link is linked below. I didn't link mine yet.
Oh.
So check out Evelyn's channel. And Evelyn, how many subscribers do you have?
I think
If you're not subscribed to her channel while she's checking, go check it out. If you like things about babies and
952.
gardening, how many?
952. So
Oh, only 48
away
more.
from 1K.
Okay, guys, let's go subscribe to her channel and get her some watch time so we can get her monetized too.
This is me and the race against the hair.
I don't have I have a rabbit somewhere.
Way past 1K. She reached 1K and she's still running. So I'm like getting I'll get 2 subscribers and then lose 1 and then gain 1 and
yeah. It's definitely a roller coaster. Luann said she loves your short clips. Oh, Giselle. Oh, Evelyn's almost at 1,000. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good. I responded to.
I got a thumbs down on my piñata video yesterday. Are you kidding me? I made a piñata. It's amazing. And then I showed you how I did it. I don't see how that's a thumbs down. I disagree with the thumbs down.
So do you find that your thumbs down are taken away?
Taken away?
Videos aren't long enough. Every time I post a video, within 4 or 5 minutes, I have a thumbs down lately. And then I'm like, somebody subscribed to me that's giving me a thumbs down because they wouldn't know I'm posting all those videos. But anyway.
And they click the bell button. They
they get notified.
Hate on you so much that they click the bell button.
Right. Yeah, it really stinks. But within a day or two, a lot of them have been removed.
Oh.
And I think it's because they're not watching enough of the video, so it just counts it as spam. So somebody logs in and gives you a thumbs down.
They're spam accounts. I think they're just. Do you also get those comments that are like inappropriate comments and you have to delete them? I think they're the thumbs down people because that makes me feel better about myself when I
yes.
The same losers leaving weird comments are the same losers clicking thumbs down. So I don't care about their opinion because
I've definitely learned to be more cautious on here because I'm getting all kinds of messages. So all right.
Do you want to be friends with me? I'm like, are you a robot?
When they ask like, hey, pretty lady. And I'm like, are you trying to be a teacher with Outschool or VIP Kids? Sorry.
I get that on Instagram.
Instagram all the time.
I have it blocked so that like people can't follow me, but I've accidentally clicked accept and then they'll be like, hey, pretty face. I'm like, I don't know who you weirdo is.
In my bio, I mean, it clearly says I'm married with 2 kids. Like, bleh.
Yeah, I think Instagram is where all the weirdos go, probably.
I don't know, but it's pretty friendly.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. So I've just got it blocked so I can accept people.
Yeah. All right, Danny, we're leaving here too. Thank you, everybody.
3 kids screaming and knocking on my door. They are so for the day to begin.
Well, tell everybody I said hello. Bye, Evelyn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Oh, so cute. Oh, Dino. I can't even find my button. There we go.